Hi and welcome back to Pony's New Look. Today we are going to take a look of the Shipwreck crew, my pirates. We're going to have a look at each one of them to see what I've made and how. And it's just like a little presentation. And I hope you will enjoy. So, the first one I did was Valata, the rigger. She's made out of a Twilight body, a G 4.5 Twilight body, and a Fluttershy head for the closed mouth look. I will say this, that I am recording my voice as I am recording this video, and I have my little dog with me. So far he's laying down, but he might make some noises, and I apologize in advance. But Valata is brown, as you can see, with this awesome yellow and orange kind of eye, ombre eyes, and she has some rings here and there, golden rings, and she has this wavery hair that is glued onto her. She can still move her head, but it's glued on because it just wants to stay straight out of her body. And her cutie mark is this kind of knot. I have no idea what's called in Danish, so I cannot translate it into English. But this design of a rope is going all around her body, as you can see. And her tail. The tail hole is actually all the way over here, so it was really weird looking. That's why I made this swirl, to make the tail be more in the middle, as it's supposed to. As you can see, I made some markings here for her wings, and she has some scars. I like to make my scars with a dark red at the bottom and a lighter pink on top of it. I saw it at Kiro's workshop, and I decided that that was how I wanted to make my body markings. So this is the first one, and actually she's also the only female I made. And that's weird because most of my crew is female. But it wasn't intentional, and I haven't paid any attention to it, but I will dig right in and make some girls. Next one up is Hidden Bay, the helmsman. He's made out of a G 4.5 Soren. As you can see, maybe you can't see it, but he's kind of dirty here because of the glue I used to lay down his hair. As you can see, I cut his wings quite a bit, and his poor ear. He has a 3D cutie mark of this steering wheel. He has an eye patch, and it has a anchor as a necklace, and a little ring kind of thing here. He's orange and he has yellow eyes, and he has a little sword down here in his pocket. Short black tail, and as you can see on him, now the eye patch came off. His tail hole is kind of off to the side too, which makes it, I think it looks a bit strange. So as you can see, his hair is pulled back, so when I rerouted him, I made sure to fill out the line here between the two original lines, so that when it was laid back, it made a more nice line. Hidden Bay wears the eye patch because he has a blind eye. When he's at the wheel steering, he uses the eye patch to make it easier for him to focus and see, because the eye is not like blind black, it's more very foggy, so he can't see. He can see on it, but it's really blurry and foggy. So he wears the eye patch when he needs to focus with his eyes. So he has to focus with his good eye. When I made all the characters and the names and stuff, I googled pirates in English, and it was tricky because it would have been tricky in Danish, so English wasn't easy. But on one of the sites I came to, it said that the captain wouldn't always be the one at the wheel. That often it would be a helmsman that would do most of it. So this is why I have Hidden Bay. This is Wildfire, my little powder monkey. And he's called Wildfire because of his really wild, fiery hair. And he has a cannonball shooting away. It's a cutie mark. And he is dirty, because that's how it is when you are a powder monkey. And of course he has a ring because he wants to be a tough guy. And he's already scarred quite a bit, but it's dangerous being a powder monkey. And he has red eyes with a sparkle in his eyes. He is made out of a D4 apple bloom body, and maybe you can see it. Well, I know you can see it, but it's maybe you wouldn't notice it. But I filled out his nose, made it more straight. I was going for a more male nose, but apparently I'm not that great at sculpting. But at least I get this to make him look not girly. And I did buff out his chest a bit and his flanks so they were more straight, and his back also to make it more straight and not so curvy. Of course it's a bit difficult to see now when he's all done. It is yarn here. There was some other colors of yarn on it, but it's a little braid or something with yarn sticking out of it. I hope you guys can see it. It's a bit hard for me to get it on camera, but that's my little tough guy. This is Hunter's Eye, my striker, and here he is with his ceremonial spear, and well, it doesn't want to stay up there, and his hunting spear. It's just a barbecue stick with some clay on the end. And this one is also bigger and decorated with some feathers and a little skull. So, Hunter's Eye comes from the island of Agiwagi. And on the Agiwagi island, if you want to be a man, you will have to slay a Oogie Oogie beast. And so he did. And when you have slayed an Oogie Oogie beast, you can wear their skull as a mask. So he has that. He doesn't wear it all the time, but I'm sorry for it being so dark. He is kind of dark in real life, but my light is not helping me. Where was I? Well, he doesn't wear the mask all the time, but when they are going off doing some plundering, he uses it to scare all the little ponies. But it can come off quite easily. He is made out of a Pinkie Pie body, and as with Wildfire, I have filled out the nose bridge to make it more straight. That's a female. I have buffed off his chest and filled out the flanks so they're more straight, and on the back so it doesn't curve up as much. He has yarn for hair. He has dreadlocks and all kind of body marks, and he has brown eyes. And he got a few scars when he slayed the Oogie Boogie Beast. And in his ear he has a real fishing hook. And it is still sharp, so we have to be careful not to stab ourselves. I did it, be careful. And he also wears a little skull bead in his hair. And his cutie mark is a simple spear with some feathers. So this is my little hunter guy. And now for the big guy who controls it all, Captain Black Sails. Originally I had him planned for another project, so he was prepped for another project, but he has a Celestia body and a shining armor head. For the other project I wanted a sleek, thin man, and I just thought that the Celestia body would be better for that. He has green eyes, and a steel blue body. It's not that easy to see here on camera, but it is more steel blue than real blue. He lost a hoof, but he got this awesome golden hook instead. And he has a little compass here that he can just about hold with his hook if he wants to. And he also has a little necklace with a ring. His coat is made out of real leather that I have hand stitched and glued to him for a snug and tight fit. And as you can see, he's really nice looking, not so dirty, and well, he thinks of himself as a more sophisticated and fine pirate and not so much of a bad evil guy. And if we lift up here, we can see his cutie mark, which is two crossed swords and a horseshoe. I made him some boots out of clay and just decorated them with some leather. And he has this, what is underneath his jacket, but he has this thing for his long and sharp sword, which he's taking real pride of, so it's always nice and shiny. And as you can see, he has a beautiful blue hair with a big white streak, and he wears it in a ponytail to his side. He has a bit problem of standing here on my table because of the cloth is not, it's kind of lumpy. And he has this awesome captain hat with a button I have found somewhere and some nice feathers and of course gold trim, because you gotta have gold when you are the captain. And then he just takes on his hat, wasn't that one? And he's ready to go off on 7 seas to plunder and find riches and adventures on his ship called Shipwreck. So this is John Shipwright, my carpenter. And he lost a foot, but he made the best of it and he got a hammer, so he's always ready to hammer if he needs it. John is a sad story. When he was a filly, nobody wanted to be his friend and all people laughed at him because of his 2 strange horns, his sharp tooth, and his snake-like eyes. So when he was not a filly but a young pony, he decided to run off to become a pirate, because he have heard that pirate ships accept everyone, and it doesn't matter if you look strange or you're deformed or any other way and doesn't look like the typical pony, they accept you for who you are. And now he has lots of friends and nobody laughs at him, and even some of the girls winks at him. So now he's happy. He has his little axe here and little knife if he needs it, and he wears some trousers that I also hand stitched and glued on him. It's made out of real leather, and he has this, is it called suspenders in English? I'm not sure. I should have looked it up before I made this video, but I didn't. He likes to have long hair going down in his eye. He's like a sassy boy, wants to look good. Short but sharp and pointy tail. I would love to show you his cutie mark, but unfortunately the trousers are covering it, but I will show you a photo of it now. As you can see, it's just a simple plank of wood with a saw going through it. And the last one of the crew so far is Old Barrel. I can see here on the video that he looks blue, but he is actually turquoise, but somehow I cannot get the camera to pick up the real color. I'm sorry about that. He has a cutie mark here, and well, it is kind of hard to see it, but I will show you a picture of it now. So I can't remember what the black thing is called in English, and then it's a hammer and some steel and some sparkles, but I will show you it later. Well, Old Barrel has been on a pirate ship since he was a young filly. When he started working on pirate ships, he was actually a powder monkey. But very, very sadly, he was in a big, horrible accident. which left him scarred and wounded for life. And he could not work as a powder monkey anymore, and he could not continue to be a gunner. But luckily, old Barrel here is exceptional with metalwork, which is why he is now the ship's blacksmith. And he can wield this awesome and big hammer for when he's making anything out of metal, and when they go out plundering, he doesn't have a sword or knife, he just uses this big hammer to whack off people. As you can see, one eye is permanently closed, cannot open, and he has, actually it's fur he has his hair, and you can see here he's kind of old because it's starting to get thin here in the back and here on the tail. And he has this little permanent wooden leg. It's the end of a barbecue stick and some clay. And he has on this little apron for working. And actually he has this little wooden leg in a leather bag. But it's actually detachable or removable. Nice little picture, I think. Somehow I didn't think of painting the stump here, so it's just, yeah, stump. And he can stand, but he's a bit wobbly without the last leg. But that also makes so we can see the cutie mark a bit more. But I have forgotten what this thing is called in English, so I cannot say much about it. But this is Old Barrel. I hope you enjoyed looking at the Shipwreck crew so far. I hope you have enjoyed this little presentation of my pirates so far. I'm going to end with 3 group photos of them. I will get on making some girls, and I hope to make videos again. I kind of lost the mojo, but I'm giving it another go. If you have any suggestions or questions, please make a comment. I would love for you to like my video and maybe subscribe to my channel. I also have a Facebook page called Ponies New Look, where I post all my work, and I have an Instagram, Ponies New Look, where I also post all my work and my work in progress. So I will hope to see you in a new video soon, and have a nice day. Bye!